Hi there, I'm Michael Bovee with ConsumerRecoveryNetwork.com, and welcome back to the DebtBytes Channel, our YouTube channel where we put together a bunch of resources in video for you to learn more about your debt relief options. We also do that on our website. You can see ConsumerRecoveryNetwork.com. These are free resources. Today I'm going to continue on with our debt settlement series, and I want to talk about or answer the question of, hey, what's a good settlement offer to take advantage of? Well, the quickest way to answer that is really to just say one you can fund. Negotiations, as we've talked about, is just simply a meeting of the minds between you and your creditors. Your creditors want to get paid everything. You can't afford to pay everything. How little will they accept? Is it something you can afford? Finding that middle ground. If you can fund it in one lump sum or over a period of payments, then it's a good offer. When you start to talk about what accounts can be settled for a specific amount, it's creditor specific, meaning each bank has their own different policies and floors that you can hit when it comes to offering a settlement, targeting a settlement you know you can be successful with. The biggest issue, and one of the reasons we don't publish that data, is because it can change. It can fluctuate based on the creditor, but also on you, the state you live in, how long you had the account, how long you carried the balance, just making minimum payments, making no other charges. So all of those things can impact what your target will be for a fair offer. So the basis is what can you afford. Beyond that, you need to target and maximize your savings, because after all, you're struggling financially. So getting the best savings in each settlement is sometimes imperative for you to be able to succeed with a settlement strategy. Rather than go into a great amount of detail on each account in a video or in print, we really do need to speak with a consumer and understand who each of their creditors are, the account behavior, and then kind of make a projection and strategize with you when you're going to be able to settle those accounts and prioritize which one comes first. That's also important. So getting the biggest bang for your settlement dollar is kind of a formula or a science to follow it. None of it's complicated, but you do have to prioritize. You have, let's say, 5 creditors, and you owe each one of them $5,000. One creditor, we know from current trends on the ground today, you can target for 35 cents on the dollar if you time it correctly and do just a few basic simple steps. Others, you might not be able to target that aggressively. You might end up paying 50%. Even at the same time, under the same conditions, you're having the same hardships. It's just that creditor's policy. So speaking with a professional is a great way to narrow down your targets. As a general rule, I usually look at 40% targets for pre-charge-off settlement before you're 6 months late. I generally look at an average of about 45 cents on the dollar for post-charge-off debt when you're dealing with a debt collector or dealing with a debt buyer. And if you're dealing with a collection attorney, meaning the threat looms large that you could be sued, or maybe you've already been sued, which is totally different targets. But if you're dealing with a debt collection attorney, I usually target around 50 to 60 cents on the dollar. And if you're dealing with lawsuits or judgments, oftentimes those may not be able to be settled. We cover that in more detail on one of our other DebtBytes videos in this debt settlement series, so be sure to find that in the menu. One of the best ways to target your specific settlements with your creditors, the balances, the account behavior leading up to you falling behind, or who's trying to collect on your account right now at the time you're watching this video, is to talk with somebody who does it for a living. We do that. We also offer to give you this information for free. Really, we're just a toll-free call away, or on our website, ConsumerRecoveryNetwork.com. Yes, we're going to ask you for specific information. It's anonymous when you do it online. You just give the information. We'll ask you questions. Who are your creditors? You respond. What are the balances? You respond. Are you ready to settle right now? Yes. Okay, well, here's the ones that I would suggest you do, and here's the targets that I would suggest you try to hit. So take advantage of the fact that we are here to provide those resources. Yes, we have a paid membership, but we also recognize that consumers are not in the best position to pay for professional services, and we're willing to give away our experience and our time to you for free. Take advantage of that.